For those with aspirations of success, for those who aspire to hone themselves and their leadership skills, for those seeking to enhance their personality, communication, and public speaking skills, for those committed to improving their English proficiency, HIAP Academy is the definitive answer. Irrespective of your age or whether you're working or a student, HIAP Academy for English and Leadership offers an exceptional program of the academic year, spanning September to July. This comprehensive approach encompasses classroom sessions, dynamic roundtable discussions, e-meetings, both internal and external activities, short events, and much more. Take, for instance, the previous academic year, which stands out as one of my most favorite seasons. Hold on a moment, I realize we haven't been acquainted yet. I'm Zainab, a student at HIAP Academy. Curious to learn about the happenings of the last academic year? Join me on a thought-provoking expedition. Buckle up, because this intellectual journey promises both enjoyment and enrichment. Let's go. Teacher Workshop. As we embarked on the academic year 22-23, a pivotal initiative was undertaken. A professional development workshop for teachers from both HIAP Academy and Aki Center. The workshop focused on the adoption of the HIAP methodology, FLEND. This training was meticulously designed to seamlessly align our educators with the Academy's educational mission. It encompassed various aspects, including the digitalization of classes, fostering students' digital skills, promoting values, cultivating leadership proficiencies within the educational curriculum, and harmonizing the educational vision among teaching staff.
يشرح لنا فيه الميثود ولي تكنيك جداد اللي غادي نستخدموهم ان شاء الله في الكلاس ديالنا.
Learning about flipped learning, which we pedagogical that we use it for our teaching methodology. Today it was about learning new things about this approach with teachers.
3, go!
After the teacher's workshop, it was important to establish communication with the students' parents. This aimed to acquaint them with the Academy's teaching methodology, FLEND, elaborate on the integration of digital tools in classes, and outline the strategies for nurturing leadership skills, independent thinking, and strong character traits among the students.
تكون معممة إن شاء الله بالنسبة لجميع المستويات وهذه اللي تأمليوري الاندبندنت ثينكين والسيلف كونفيدنس عند الطفل ديالنا، وأيضا هضر على الابليكاسيون الجديدة اللي غادي تكون عند جميع التلاميذ إن شاء الله. ما غاديش يحتاجوا دفتر نهائيا أو نوت بوك، غادي يكون عندهم اون ابليكاسيون اللي فيها بحال ستيل ديال الدفتر، فيها غادي يكتبوا، فيها غادي يديروا لي زيكزارسيس ديالهم. شكرا.
HIAP Academy hosts distinguished and motivating elites, both from within and outside Morocco. As a student, I see that these visits provide immense value, granting us access to their valuable advice and personal journeys.
On the 29th of September, the US General Council paid us a visit. It was one of our greatest days in HIAP. We were supposed to ask him questions about education, community service, and leadership. And the discussion was very beneficial. What we're doing at HIAP Academy in terms of community service and leadership activities will help us in case we apply for a US university.
And I mean, for myself, personally, I know that was the case because when I was applying for scholarships to go to college in the United States in Atlanta, one of the scholarships I won was specifically because I had done so much community service in high school, and they gave me the opportunity to continue doing community service and pay me for that community service at my university. So it's definitely something that American universities take very seriously. And So I would say keep it up, and if you're interested in studying in the United States, that's really important.
Council visit where Mr. Lawrence Randolph came, and it was a pretty scary experience because we saw bodyguards coming all over the place, but we felt ready. We felt like we were doing something for our academy. We actually learned quite a few things because a personal question, and it was a really nice interaction, and I actually used his advice in a daily basis. Work. That sounds really hard, and I think you might have some tips for it because as a student, sometimes I find it hard to wake up in the morning and go to school. So what's your secret?
That's a good point, right? Because like there's some days, like so I said 90%, right? Because there's gonna be a portion of the task that you have to do that you don't love, right? But you just kind of have to get through it. I would say is, if you could spend some time focusing on the things that you do love every day and just like then figuring out a way to get through the rest of it, right? So like, there are some days that are tougher than others, right? Like you get up and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna really love today, But I think what I do, one thing that I am pretty good about doing every day is at the end of the day, even like really tough days when like really hard things have happened in my life, I try to keep a gratitude journal.
Another day we had a culture event, and it was about the exchange program in USA. They presented us with an amazing presentation that had a lot of examples and for the right exchange programs for different fields. If you have any interest in any field, they give you like the right exchange program for it.
We work in various fields in all sectors of society, and together we help to support and enhance our mutual goals. And that includes things like social.
So we had the chance to meet a US educator, and her name is Julia. She was a really sweet person and an open-minded person. We, us high-up leaders, we presented to her and talked about how high-up classes work and how the teaching is here, which was the flipped and blend methodology, and it was a really great experience.
I hope it becomes maybe more popular. It can be used in other countries. And yeah, thank you so much.
E-Meet Elite. In a similar vein, High-Up Academy also hosts notable elites through e-meetings on the Zoom platform.
E-meet with Dr. Mustafa Yaqoubi, where he talked about his experience from Berkane to Japan, and he advised us to have higher ambitions and to have dreams and to work for those dreams.
What are the differences between the mindset in Japan and in Morocco or France? It means, what is their definition of success and their main values?
Actually, for example, in Japan, somebody who has made, when you go to school, for them, succeeding in your life or in your, to have a good job is to find a job in a big company.
So the e-meeting with Dr. Khalid Haji was actually the first time we get to see someone who inspired our teacher. It was a great interaction. He was talking about languages and how it is important to know different languages in order to see different perspectives. It was a very nice meeting.
Language learning and language teaching. Language is very, very important. And be aware, language is not a matter of aping other people, to ape, to imitate, like an ape, when you say you ape someone, you imitate someone, like an ape, like a monkey. So it's learning English language. It's not about only trying to speak like in an American accent or in British accent.
Meet with Mr. Hamza Tawzal, the Lord Mayor of Westminster, which he is a Moroccan that, made all of us proud. He is a young Moroccan, and he's the first Muslim to ever be in there. And I also had the honor to moderate the discussion. It was really enriching as well. He shared with us his experience, a lot of tips on how to follow his steps and inshallah be next leaders.
As an ambitious kid with big dreams, what are some fundamental pieces of advice that you believe I should follow in order to become a successful person?
Thank you, that's another brilliant question. I would say, growing up, you have to think about what you really care about.
Pecha-Kucha. The Pecha-Kucha sessions serve as a methodology to enhance students' oral presentation and public speaking skills.
Pecha-Kucha style presentation was a really fun concept to try. It was new and fun and amazing. It was where you present a presentation 6 slides in 1 minute or 3 slides in 1 minute.
After they finish the presentation, there will be a discussion about that subject, and when the discussion is over, another student goes to present his Pecha-Kucha.
Oh, on smoking addiction. So you spoke about 4 subjects. So that was.
Debates. Debates, yet another method employed by Hayab Academy to refine conversational, persuasive, and leadership skills. These debates cover various subjects pertinent to the ongoing topic.
This year, teacher has focused more on debates because it's a skill that we all should have. And especially in Ramadan, where he focused on having debates after class or in class. I believe that it was quite great, especially when we talked about AI. A lot of us were against and others were with, so it was quite interesting to give the arguments and to support what we believe in.
Be bombarded by people and it might create chaos in that country. And maybe it will force the country to stop, the traveling and everything.
Signing ceremony. Dr. Khalid Haji. As part of the activities outside the academy, a book signing event for Dr. Khalid Haji was organized in the presence of academy students, esteemed guests, and notable figures. The thesis of the book, Al-Muthaqaf al-Muthaqif, and the author's vision were discussed.
So for the book signing event, it was the second time we get to see Dr. Khalid Haji, but this time in person. It was great because he was such a humble person. I was able to sit in the table with all the nice, important people and it was quite scary. I gave a speech first in Arabic, and then we get to listen to wonderful speakers talking in our language, Arabic, and I feel like it was something that is very special because I never got to be in a book signing event, and the book itself has a quite interesting subject.
هذه المؤسسة في الواقع أنا شخصيا أبهرتني وأبهرني أكثر سلوك سي خليل والأخت ليلى وجميع الصاهرين على التسيير وتدبير شؤون المؤسسة، وثم الشكر الموصول لجميع من ساهم في إنجاح اللقاء، وشكرا بالطبع لأخي محمد على هذه الكلمات الرقيقة التي حاولت وتوفقت في الواقع في التعبير عن أشياء لم فاتني التنبؤ إليها.
Stud Expo 1. Stud Expo 1 was an extension following the cap stage of recent units. The vision behind Stud Expo was to enhance in the students principles of empathy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is a start. Yes!
Stud Expo gave us the opportunity to discover our passion, to learn new things and to do things that we love. For my case, I had the opportunity to animate a talent show, a kids' talent show, for the first time in my life. I really enjoyed time with those amazing kids.
Chose as a subject Berkane, my city. So each team had to talk about the history of Berkane, the sport, the food, the clothing, and it was pretty fun because we didn't know much about our culture the way we thought we did. And my stand was about food, and it was pretty fun with everybody learning about what they usually eat here in Berkane.
HIAB students actively bake and sell food with the primary objective of raising money for social, environmental, and educational causes.
بيك اند سيل هي مرحلة اللي كتجي في الكاب ستيج. هي الأنشطة الثقافية العمومية culture activities in public. هنايا تلامد كنقوموا بطهي الطعام ديالنا في المنازل ديالهم، وكلنا كنطيبوا الأكل في المنازل ديالنا، كيكون أكل طبيعي أكل منزلي، وكنجيو كنبيعوه هنايا مساعدة آباء وأولياء التلاميذ تبارك الله عليهم.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, ladies and gentlemen, basbousa, 2 dirhams. Say it in English. You want to come? Yeah. At home, what language?
Donation campaign. After Stud Expo 1, substantial funds were raised, and as previously agreed upon, these funds will be used to provide clothing, supplies, and food boxes for needy families for the sacred month of Ramadan.
شينا ملابس جديدة لمناسبة العيد، شينا قفف رمضان، طلعنا التفوغات، فرقناها على الوليدات كلنا كاملين، آباء وأولياء التلاميذ، أعضاء HIAB Association، أساتذة الطاقم التربوي الإداري.
And our moms were interacting with them and just seeing that beautiful image that we are no different than one another, and in that moment we were just human beings helping each other.
Forum. Involvement in activities beyond the academy. A group of HIAB leaders took part in organizing the 3rd edition of the Digital Society Forum.
It was actually a pretty scary experience, but amazing. We actually get to be with the important people, and we get to show our skills, punctuality, sociability, also being a great English speaker. And for us, we didn't really feel intimidated by anybody because we know we had work to do. So being social is something very important, and being shy is something you don't need in life. So that's what we get to learn from the forum.
Small local businesses. Branding and marketing for small local businesses. This initiative provided HIAB students with the opportunity to promote and showcase products from specific companies to the local customers.
We had a project called helping the small local businesses and enhancing their business in marketing and branding. It was a really hard and difficult project, but with the help of teacher Wala, she helped us really know what the meaning of marketing and branding is and how you can like work in it and everything. How can you design? How can you do anything? And also we had this event or this hosting an event in HIAB Academy to sell these oils or to promote the business or the essential oils, and that's it.
Summer teacher training. Summer teacher training encompassed an immersive learning experience for teachers hailing from diverse academic backgrounds. The training primarily centered around the HIAB teaching methodology, Blend, innovatively crafted by teacher Khalid.
The Blend method of teaching, in which he is mixing both the blend and flip techniques in his classroom and throughout the entire school. Personally, I have learned quite a lot from this experience. I also gave a presentation about a topic that concerns me the most, which is leadership and how to teach your students to become leaders in the future, which is surprisingly incredibly difficult. Apparently, we all know how to speak about it. We all think that we know what we should do and how things should be when it comes to teaching leadership to the students. However, when it comes to practice, reality is often going to hit you in the face.
So ديما نخليو معنا واحد timer just to not lose track. شي مرات كيبقاو يقولوا teacher just one more minute ولا ما يقولوش يسكتوا. So the timer, so إذا كان في الفيديو هكا a bomb timer is a good idea. So you should do that definitely. Okay, next.
Entertainment reels. Furthermore, it was deemed essential to inject a dose of entertainment into the content shared across the Hayab Academy's social media channels. This includes culture questions, guess the word, شنو تختار, and more. The underlying objective is to instill a sense of humor and friendly competition among students, all the while ensuring the content retains its educational value. StudCon, a student event organized by Hayab leaders, brimming with indelible emotional moments. Throughout this event, all the skills and knowledge accumulated throughout the year are showcased through the participation in oral presentations, roundtable discussions, public speaking, and attendance in keynotes with elite, alumni board, and more.
In the first day, or day one, the official start of the conference, we started it with the keynote, Mr. Amin Beljdel, that came here and gave us and spoke to us about his experience. And then we moved to the presentations that were very, very interesting. We had very interesting debates inside the presentations. They were amazing. We started with the juniors, then we moved to the B class, and then we moved to the C class. I've had the chance to attend all of them and supervise two of the sessions and present on the third one.
Interested in a specific subject, classes, but I spoke to some friends and they told me that it's
So, here we are. Thank you so much for your attention. I really hope that you enjoyed this journey. This is Hayab Academy, where the students take a step to become great leaders. Thank you and see you next year.